Alright, what's up, y'all? So today we're going to be talking about natural supplements that boost testosterone, alright? Why you should consider using the two that I'm going to talk about today, what the effects you can expect will be, and why I think it's a much better alternative to steroids, both in terms of health and in terms of actual outcomes, alright? So first, what are the natural supplements that I use that I actually believe to be efficacious? Tongkat Ali, Fedoja agrestis. I'm not saying ashwagandha is a bad thing or that it doesn't have any benefits or that any of these other things that random guys are selling, don't have any benefit. But for me, these are the two most efficacious. I'm not even saying they're the safest. Tongkat, I believe, is quite safe. Fedoja, I do believe, has some risk to it. But I think when you cycle it correctly, there's very little risk, especially at my 600 milligram dose. So I'm 400 and 600. Now, I saw results immediately when I started taking this stuff. I mean, I felt different immediately. Nothing crazy. I mean, I've never done any steroids, so I wouldn't know how to compare the mental states that they produce, but certainly increases in libido and overall energy, and in some cases even a little bit hard to sleep at night. I certainly believe that they increased my testosterone, and I would guess perhaps by a factor of about 20%. That's my intuition on it, looking at my testosterone test that I got when I was deep in my cut during the last competition, which was 354 nanograms a deciliter. I do plan to get more complete blood work done at some point in the next couple months, I guess. And that test was also done when I was a little sick, when I wasn't optimized. But 354, when you're like 6%, 6.5% body fat, with very little fat, very little carbs, I actually felt was quite good. I was quite happy with that, considering what I've seen other natural bodybuilders go through in terms of tanking their testosterone levels. So I don't know what exact kind of boost you can expect, but it's a significant boost, whatever it is, at the 400 and 600 dosage when you're sourcing these things correctly as well. There are certain varieties, Indonesian, Malaysian, of the Tongkat that you got to be interested in looking at. So I believe the Indonesian is what you're looking for, but I'm not positive. I'm not going to share the company I get them from because I don't want to seem like I'm affiliated with anything, but these are great things that can really aid, and they have low risk when compared to steroids, at least. Now, I think that perhaps this combination is equivalent to, I don't know what steroid I could compare it to, but a very low dose of a solid steroid would be my guess. If I had to guess at a percentage, I would say it's about, I don't know, like, I have studied steroids quite a bit. So let's say a guy went on, let's say he went on 100 milligrams of test a week or something like that, 100 tests a week. I think that's the dosage. But because I know some guys at my gym that have gone on 100, and they definitely saw results. I would say it's half as powerful as that, would be my guess. And the nice thing here is, like, guys talk about their balls shrinking when they're on steroids. Like, I don't want my fucking balls to shrink. Do you want your balls to shrink? Like I just can't fathom how people accept this at the ripe age of 23. I'm gonna shrink my balls? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Fedoja makes your balls bigger. Don't you want your balls to be bigger? They say if you're taking steroids, your balls are gonna be smaller so your dick looks bigger. Like, come on, guys, come on. There's no way. There's actually no way. So this is the rationalizations we're going through, and for me, I want to now bring this to the point of, like, what are we really doing here in the gym? So I'm competing naturally, and if I wasn't competing naturally, maybe I still would have taken the Fedoja and Tongkat, because really my precise aim was to get the best looking body, the most aesthetic body that I could get. And the reason that we want the aesthetic body is to attract women, man. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know if guys are just dick sucking each other or something, but don't be in the gym to fucking impress guys, dude. Don't be in the gym to impress anybody for that matter. But when it comes to our biological inheritance, what's the motivating driving force? It's women. for me. I mean, maybe it's different for you, I don't know. But do women really want to see guys that big? And do women really want guys with small balls? And do women really want guys that could possibly be infertile or have long-term health issues and aren't going to live to an old age? You know, all of these risks come with steroids, and of course life is risk, right? And whatever you want, I'm not going to diss you if you want that. Well, maybe I have, but hey, you know, forgive me. But I'm trying to sell you on this idea because I think a big reason that a lot of guys are going on steroids is because they see guys with great results and they really, really want that, right? And maybe they even are, you know, thinking, if I take steroids, you know, women are going to see me differently and see me in a bigger light. But let's just be clear that you don't need anything to create a good-looking body other than diet, sleep, you know, mindset. You know, it's like, and everything does go back to mindset, but, you know, people have this idea that there's no way I could get that because I have shit genetics. There's this whole idea about genetics, you know. Yeah, genetics exists. And yeah, some people have better aesthetics or genetics. But I think people are discounting the amount of change that they can make in life from simple choices, all right? If we look at what's going on with microplastics, if we look at what's going on with the overall quality of food, with the GMOs, with the pesticides, herbicides, all the shit that's going on in the air, if we look at what's in your water, you know, and all the drugs that are in our system, and just all of this negative energy that we're, you know, that is coming upon us, and then if we look into our history and look at, you know, the testosterone levels obviously been declining, but looking at the difference in masculinity, I think it's quite clear that it's more environmental factors that are limiting our ability to get the body we want than it is genetic factors. So I want y'all to keep that in consideration when thinking. And so for me, I had already optimized my diet and my life. I had optimized my diet. Had I optimized my sleep? Definitely not, you know. But I was pretty happy with the alignment of all the other basic factors. And that's when I started to add on it and deciding, you know, to compete. So just to wrap this all up, you know, we're in the gym because we want to be more attractive, all right? Women like guys that are healthy. Steroids aren't healthy. Natural supplements still have some risks, but can be a really great aid. The two ones that you're going to want to go for are Tongkat Ali and Fedoja agrestis. I believe the dosages that I put forward here are good ones, but, you know, you try to decide for yourself. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to advise you, you know, either way. So that's that. I'll see y'all next time.